just so we can be like every other webinar, why don't you guys let me know where you're coming in from? Ah, Seattle for Deborah, great. I'm in Miami. You got New York, San Diego, France, London, Melbourne, Australia, Sutton, UK, Portland, Oregon. The inclement weather has died down here a bit, but it's still a bit bad. We got Kansas City, Colorado, Atlanta, South Africa, Manchester, Tito, Fulci, Ontario, Houston, France, Jersey, Virginia, Ocala, Sturgis. Hey, Sturgis, that's where they got the that full throttle saloon up there in Sturgis. I love that show. Montreal. Fantastic. Okay, guys. Well, let's see. Mike's getting ready because Mike's going to be giving you some really awesome news. So the reason that, I really want to talk to you guys today is I know that we're all doing our website thing. Yeah, Joan, the largest motorcycle rally in the world at Sturgis up there, the full throttle. Well, that's fantastic. So, Google changes stuff all the time, and we keep up. We're still making money and stuff, but we're also always thinking about new ways to move our business forward, right? And, we found some great ways to make money pretty fast and quite a bit of it. And I want to share that with you today. And my partner, I have Mike Artime, who's a super smart businessman, and I've been working with him, and he knows so much. And he's going to share some things with you today. But I promise you guys free access to my new software, and I'm going to get that out of the way first, so you don't think like I'm trying to tempt you into staying here or being here and then, baiting and switching whether. I want to give you this software right now. But when I do give you this software, I want you to promise me that you're not going to just download the software and tune this out. I want you to get the software, and I want you to please give us a half hour, give us 45 minutes of your time, because I want to explain to you how we are making money these days outside of just our websites and our blogs and stuff, because there's so much money to be made in this market, and you can do that too. And you guys know me, I'm a software guy. 2 years ago, I wasn't doing this, and I didn't know anything about it, and then I busted out with my Instant Content Curator Pro. As you recall, it's just a little program, and I sort of copied an idea from somebody. I figured out how to copy some text and paste it with an automated process, and that became my software. And that has been one of the most amazing things that ever happened to me. So before we go any further, let me go ahead and give you guys the software. I'm gonna type it into the chat box. And you're gonna get it. It's okay. Hold on. It's excuse me. Okay, so I just sent you the link, and I hope you got it. It's webdsoftware.com/idea-engine. If you go to that page, you're going to see the download link, and you're going to see the special software key that I created for everyone to use. Now, I want you to know that we charge a lot of money for people to use this software, and we don't sell it one-off. Okay, this software is something that you have to be a part of our group to use, and we charge a lot of money for this. So I'm giving this to you, and since it is like a subscription type thing, I'm going to give it to you for a month. Okay, you're going to have this for a full month, and in this presentation today, we are going to show you how you can use this software to generate wonderful income streams, residual income streams, and you're not going to be dependent on Google when you figure this out, and it's not that hard. But so has everybody got the link now? Let me just see in the chat box if has everybody got it. I'm not seeing anything, so it's like when you serve the food, then you don't hear much from people after that, right? So great. So you got everything. So you're all set for your software, okay? Now, beautiful, beautiful. I'm seeing so many yeses coming in. That's fantastic. Okay, now I want to turn everything over to my illustrious young partner, Mike Artime, and he's going to take you on a little journey. And hopefully we're going to paint a picture for you. Thank you, Curation Genius. We're going to paint a picture for you of how you might be able to get off of this Google, Panda, animals chasing us all over. As I'm sure we're all a little bit tired of that. I mean, it's what we do, and we're not going to stop doing that. But let me just give you a view into to a whole other point of view where you can make tons of money without fail and not have to worry about Google and all that other stuff. Yeah, it's a real chase, isn't it? It's like chasing these animals all over the place. So without further ado, I would like to go ahead and turn things over to Mike. Mike, are you all ready?
Hey, Hugh. Yeah, thank you.
Great, and do get up on the mic so that on the microphone so we can all hear you real good.
Yep. Yeah. Just that's what I was about to see. If anybody can hear, I can just raise my volume if nobody can hear me. Is that good, Hugh? Everybody, can you hear me? Type into the chat box. Let me know. Cool. Loud and clear. Sweet. All right, cool. Yeah, Hugh, by the way, I was muted while Hugh was talking when he was talking about the animals, chasing animals. I was losing it laughing on the other end. All right, cool. All right, so with that being said, let me go ahead and get rid of these questions. Hugh, are you going to be answering questions throughout the webinar, or I guess I'll go ahead and answer any questions. All right, cool. And any specific questions towards the presentation that Hugh doesn't get to, I'll answer. Go ahead and answer them live right now on the call when we go ahead and get through this. So I'm glad everybody got this free limited edition software access. This is something that Hugh and I first started using personally ourselves on our business, and this is how we were growing our software business. And we started to, go ahead and give this to Premier members. Only literally, when I say a handful of people have the software, only a handful of people have the software. I'm talking less than 15 people. It's just what we've been using to consistently make money. So that being said, let me go ahead and get started. I have a lot of things running. I have the software running on the back end. I have GoToWebinar running. I have this PowerPoint running. So if it's a little bit slow or anything like that, just go ahead and let me know. So what exactly today you're going to be discovering? It's a brand new way to actually make money online. What Hugh and I have been doing. It's becoming independent of Google for great income, and it's how to create large income streams and really multiple income streams, and some of them residual income streams. Because at the end of the day, that's pretty much what we're all after. I assume that's what I know I'm after and Hugh's after. So with that being said, then I'm going to go ahead and actually dive into the software and show you exactly how I use the software to do what I do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the software in action. Okay, throughout this. More specifically, exactly what I'm going to be covering is how I managed to generate consistently over 6 figures with simple software like you're using right now that I had created for really next to nothing. The 3 lies that hold 99% of people back from actually making money with software, and how you can finally sell your own software even if you have no experience, no programming skills, or anything like that. I'm the least technical person you would possibly ever imagine, and Hugh is astonished sometimes by this because, like, we were just talking today about WordPress, one of our WordPress sites. He's like, did you put a plugin in there? And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't even know how to do that. So I had someone make this PowerPoint for me because I don't even know how to use PowerPoint. So I'm technically challenged, and I sell north of 6 figures worth of software. So, and then we're going to also dive into how our secret software that you're going to get for free today, which you just got, is used to implement this whole entire process. Okay, so who am I? And this is just a brief introduction because we do have a lot of content to actually go over, but I want you to know who I am because a lot of you guys know Hugh, but you don't know who I am. So in 2012, this is where actually I was living. I was in a small apartment while I was going to school. I was paying $400 a month. That room right there is one of my favorite rooms. I know it doesn't look like much, but I ate there, I slept there, I worked there. That was my office, my house, my everything. And that little small room is where pretty much all this started. I was obsessed really with the idea of earning money online, just like a lot of you guys have. And I wanted those like paydays that you see from people who just are consistently killing it with software. And if you fast forward to today, you know, I'm not looking at software sales, right, that are coming to my account. This is just $134,000 from one of my launches. That was just in sale for what I think that was 6 days of selling software. This is $110,000 from Hugh, who this is actually one software. I know it looks like a lot of different ones, but it's just one of software sales from one of our softwares. And really what I love enjoying the most is just talking to people around different parts of the the United States or the world, really just teaching people the process of actually selling software. Okay, this was I was speaking at an event from Ad Sheffield's one of the event, and everybody pretty much paid $5,000 to be in that room and listen to me talk to something similar that you're actually going to be learning today. Okay, so this is really powerful, and I love sharing this stuff. And I never actually thought I was going to be a teacher, but my whole family's in the education system, right? And I wanted nothing to do with that. Turns out I actually like teaching and really just sharing what I learned. So what exactly changed for me, because I know that's going to relate a lot to you, from not making any money and being in college, right, to actually selling 6 figures of software consistent, right? How did I go from trying every method really under the sun to finally having consistent, repeatable success? Not chasing animals like Hugh was saying or anything like that, right? What I did was I focused on what big earners were actually doing, and truthfully, I literally copied them, like to the best of my ability, because that's what you have to do. You have to find people that are successful and copy exactly what they're doing. That that was my mentality, right? So that meant switching from trying all these methods to actually product creation, and turned it up a little bit and actually to selling software. Because at the time, a lot of people, like a lot of people in this call, I didn't think I knew much, right? I didn't know anything, right? So I thought software would be a great solution, right? So why software? Richard Branson, he's the CEO of Virgin, and he's someone that I follow. That's one of the best brands in the world, right? And he said if he started a business in today's world, he'd get into the web app software business. This is a guy that has a space shuttle program, right, and everything. And he says if he had to, start again in today's business, he'd start with the web app software business. And I was going through his blog, and I read that, and I was like, okay, this is something that I actually have to really pay attention to. Because with software, you don't have to worry about being an expert in anything. That's what, like I was just saying, you don't have to worry about knowing a lot about one specific thing, right? You don't even have to create the product. To this day, I have sold over 10 softwares, well north of 6 figures in software, and I have never once created one of my products, ever, in my entire life, even when I had no money. So software has a higher perceived value, making it extremely easy to sell. And I learned that by actually selling software. And what I mean by that is, let me ask you something. How many of you on this call right now would pay like if you don't know what it's about, and it's $17 for an ebook or $17 for a software? What sounds more appealing to you, the ebook or the software? If you don't know what the software is and you don't know what the ebook's about, right? So let me see what people are saying. It's software. Exactly. So software is just naturally people want software because it solves a problem in an automated solution, okay? So let me talk to you actually about what most people don't talk to you about. This is actually my biggest failure with software, okay? And it's a failure to some, not to most. It wasn't to me, but I call it a failure now looking at my business now. So this was the first time I ever decided to sell a piece of software 3 years ago. I was having a problem. I was into auto blogging. How many people here have heard of auto blogging, right? So I was doing auto blogging. I was making I had like 100 little mini websites. I was having people help me with it, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I had a problem. I didn't know how to monetize on my blogs, right? So I created my blog monetizer. I had someone make it for me for $300, and I wrote a sales copy, what it is, what it can do, and how much it costs. And I sold $3,000 worth of software. If you look at that number right there, that's 7%. That shows how bad my sales copy was. It converted at 7%, which is terrible. I had a 50-cent EPC, earning per click which is these are just terrible numbers for marketing material. Again, I didn't know what I was doing, but the point is, I made $3,000 in my first 3 days. This was just, by the way, the first 3 days. I went on to sell over $10,000 worth of software later on that week. But I did over 407 sales in the first 3 days of selling my software. And that's really when I knew I was onto something, because I was like, man, all these guys are selling products. Let me try selling software, since, my name doesn't matter. People don't care who I am. They don't care like how much I know, if I'm a guru or if I'm a legend or anything like that. They don't care about that. They just know that this software can solve their problem, and people were buying it. They were eating it up. So if my worst software launch still made $3,000, you might be asking, why isn't everybody software rich? Why isn't everybody making a lot of money with software, right? And that's because of the 3 lies that hold 99% of people actually back from actually doing this, okay? And this software that you just have right now is going to help you out with that, okay? So I'm going to expose them right now so they don't hold you back, because I know these were some of the lies that were holding me back. So first thing, you need to know programming, coding to create a profitable software. Absolutely not, okay? But I'll get into that now. You need thousands of dollars to hire a programmer or coder, and you need big, complicated, or revolutionary software, okay? You're trying to make a Facebook or something like that, right? When people think software, they think, oh, I have to make like a Facebook or a Twitter, and support's going to be a mission, and all this stuff. I need to know coding, and that is it. That can't be further from the truth. Okay, so do I need to know how to code? Like I said, I absolutely not. I've never coded any one of my softwares in my entire life. Okay, so you can erase that fear. Okay, do I need a large budget? No. In fact, there are few secret ways to actually get your software created for free, which we're going to be going over, and it's really, I would say, about 90% of the softwares, like 80-90% of the softwares that I have made have been less than $1,000 to create, or actually I've gotten most of them for free done. So, and the only reason why sometimes they're a little over that is because I choose to, because I've decided to make better softwares or bigger softwares, but you don't need to at all. Most of mine don't, okay? So do I need a revolutionary idea? No, at all. Every software I've sold has pretty much had a competitor, and that's actually a good thing. You want software that is existing already, because it means that if there's a problem and it's being solved by a software already, that's a real problem, okay? And that's why that software exists, okay? So let me ask you guys a question. True or false? Getting your software created is time-consuming and expensive, but worth it at the end. And I love asking this question because I love seeing people's response. So go ahead and start asking. Getting your software created is time-consuming and expensive, but worth it at the end. What do you guys think? False, yes. True and false. Cool and two. All right, cool. So check this out. False and true. Okay. It is extremely inexpensive to get your software created, and it actually requires very little of your time. And that's why I love software, because imagine selling a product that people want to buy more than information, and you don't have to create it. So it's either create information and you actually have to create it, or sell software that people want to buy more and you don't have to create, right? It's a win-win. It's definitely worth, but yeah, true, it is definitely worth to get your own software created. People always and will always invest in software, okay? So the secret to software flipping. So that's kind of what I'm coining this, dubbing this. If you ever see software flipping or a software flip, that's my whole thing. That's me and Hugh's whole thing. That's what we've been doing for the last several years, 7-6 figures worth of software. And that's kind of what we just coined it and dubbed it. That's what software flipping is. So there's 3 phases to this whole entire process, and this software is really, that we just gave you right now, is really going to help you out through these 3 phases, okay? So mastering them. How do you master them? Hugh and I have sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of software individually just within the last year alone. Okay, so this is something that we're continuously doing. We both have current software products and companies, and we continue to sell and grow. Okay, we have over 10 different software products. Hugh and I both combined have separate over 10 different software products. I'm CEO of a tech startup company, and we're able to manage all these different software companies because they don't take that much of your time. Okay, my personal best, though, is selling north of $250,000 worth of one software in the first 10 days for being sold. Now, that may seem like a lot to some people. That may seem like a little bit to some people. I think it's pretty good. I'm just consistent in the amount of software that I sell, but that's my actual personal best, okay? Personal best. So the special type of software that we sell makes everything so much easier. And I'm going to go over that type of software, the specific type of software that we sell that pretty much anybody can create, and why the software that we just gave you is so powerful, okay? So how we sell software without struggling at all for traffic, and the 3 exact phases we follow to sell software continuously, okay? So I'm also going to be sharing what to do when this webinar is actually over to start making thousands of dollars from your own software in less than 4 weeks, because that's my goal for everybody on this call, okay? So if you do this right, you can sell multiple software products and have multiple revenue streams. You can earn recurring income by having people pay periodically for using your software, which I'm sure like most of you on this call actually do that already. You can leverage what you know about selling software so you don't even have to get your own. And you can actually partner with somebody else's software, which I've done before as well. So this is just a screenshot of multiple products that Hugh has sold, and just multiple products being sold, $183,000. And here's the most important thing that I love sharing this, because this really emphasizes the true power of software and why we're able to be in the position that we are today, okay? This is a screenshot from April 28th, April 30th. It's the most recent screenshot that we took recently of software continuously being sold and recurring income coming into account every single month. $27, you're seeing $97, $77, $37, recurring payments from multiple pieces of software that just recurring income is coming to account every single month, right? I didn't create any of this. This is the power of software and why I was able to get to where I am. So let's go ahead and dive into the meat, okay? So what is software flipping, right? This is the thing that I told you about that I was dubbing it as software flipping. It's the process of selling rights to a software, whether that be either getting it created, partnering, or acquiring, buying a piece of software, and selling it, and selling a high quantity of software units for a profit, typically on less than 4 weeks, okay? Because our whole thing is that we like to get a software and get it out real fast. We don't want to spend a year in development. People don't want to wait. I didn't want to wait a year to build the software and then sell it and hope it makes money. No, we do this whole process from idea to selling it in less than 4 weeks, okay? So what is micro software flipping? Micro software, this is that special type of software that I was telling you about. Okay, micro software is getting a free or less than $1,500 niche software created and selling a high quantity of software units for a profit, again, typically on less than 4 weeks. So are you guys with me so far? You guys with me? I want to make sure that everybody understands what software flipping is and micro software flipping is. Cool, awesome. So we can keep moving forward. I'm excited. All right, so phase 1, okay? Now, phase 1 is getting a profitable software idea. That's something that people massively struggle with, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and dive into this software now and show you how Hugh and I, at any given point, can get 10 ideas for software, okay? And it takes us probably 4 to 5 weeks to start making, from beginning to end, to start making 5 to 6 figures with our software. So 10 ideas, that's pretty much enough software ideas for the whole entire year if we really wanted to. So how we're actually able to do this within an hour? And it's because of the software that I actually just gave you. So you can thank Hugh and I later, but right now, this is going to be a little bit messy. I'm going to exit this, and sorry for the unprofessionalism, but I'm just going to go ahead and exit this and bring up, cool. Can everybody see this? This is our beta software looking at. I'm terrible with tech things, Jesus. All right, cool. So this is the best I can do right now. Can everybody see my screen? Let me know. Cool. All right, so this is Idea Engine. This is how we are able to generate ideas for our software. The first thing you want to do when getting your software idea is you want to think of who you're actually going to be selling your software to. So when you think, okay, what should my software idea be? That's where most people mess up. It's not what your software idea should be. It's who is my software going to be for, okay? You have to select the market, then niche down and select an exact niche, okay? So for the purpose of this training, because we know this works consistently, let's use online marketing software. Okay, that's the market that we're going to be making software for, right? The online marketing arena. Okay, we're going to niche down and select a specific niche, whether that be Facebook software, people that are interested in SEO, which can relate to a lot of you guys right now listening. So let's say you want to make SEO software, some sort of SEO software, video curation software, YouTube software, Twitter software, right? So I'm going to show you, if you can't decide what niche to do, is if you'll click on this search tab within the software, right here, these are all our basically hidden places where we go to look for software ideas, okay? So you can select any one of these places, ClickBank, WordPress plugin repository, JVZoo. These are all places where software is being sold, essentially, or where software is listed. So we can easily spy on all these different types of softwares within these places, okay? There are hundreds and thousands of softwares in these repositories, okay? So we're going to select JVZoo. And let's say I don't know what niche to create software for. So all you have to type is software, and you can do this on any one of these places, okay? So I'm just using JVZoo for an example, and let's say I want 20 results. Well, let's bump it up a little bit. Let's say I want 30 results. I'm going to type in software, and I'm going to search, okay? Now the software is going to pull, and I'm running a lot of things at different times, so if the software crashes for whatever reason, I'll just open it back up. But right now, it's pulling different softwares that are being sold right now for JVZoo. And if you look right here, you can see YouTube, that's a niche. Amazon software, AmaSuite software, Amazon software, that's a niche. Facebook software, video software, and it's just going to give you a whole bunch of ideas for niches. So if you don't know even what niche you should create software for, this is how you start, and you can start to get an idea of what niche and who it is that you want to make software for, right? So that's just what I wanted to go to. It's going to go out and start pulling out a whole bunch of different niches, right? So we're going to use SEO software since a lot of people can actually relate to that. So let's say I want to create software for people that are interested in SEO, okay? So let's move to the next step. Okay, so if you want, you can be taking notes. We'll try to get a recording out to you guys. So let's move forward, right? SEO software. Now I know I want to make SEO software, right? So I'll go in here and I'll search for SEO software, and it's going to pull a whole bunch of SEO software, okay? Social traffic ranker, SEO workstation, link building software, okay? And what this does is, I haven't even shown you guys this. When you click on one of these softwares, it's going to bring it up, the sales page right here, okay? From this sales page, what you're going to be wanting to do is start listing out all the features of the software, okay? So you're going to go through the sales page, and you're just going to start writing down features and taking notes on the actual sales copy of the software to start comparing softwares. Because what you want to do is you want to go through all these sales pages and think, okay, these are all the features that are in SEO software. Let's combine the best features and make an awesome software, okay? So I'm going to hop over to my Manage tab real fast. And down here, by the way, you can zoom in and out of the software page. My computer right now I hear it like heating up because of all the different things I'm running. But let's hop over to the Manage tab, because basically whenever I'm interested in a software, I can click Save to Keyword, and it brings it up right here in my Manage tab. And for example, this is just SEO software right now that I've been reviewing to think of an idea for SEO software. And these are all the different SEO softwares that I've found interesting. And what I do is I go ahead and I write notes. So once I save a software, I can write notes. So Domain Spoon, for example, finds high page ranks, and it expires. 1 second, guys. This sales page has a video, and it's Can you guys hear the music, by the way? Let me know. Can you guys hear any music? No? Okay.
Yeah, we're not hearing the
system. All right, so it's just me then. It was the sales page brought some noise, but anyways, I muted it.
You can usually click on the video to stop it.
Oh, software. Yeah, see, everything was running too much at once. Let me bring it back up for you guys. So what do you guys think about the software so far, though? Pretty cool, right? Like how we're actually, that this is underground, how we've been able to actually get all our freaking ideas. Yeah, pretty freaking nasty. I'm saying nasty, cool, wicked, way cool, groovy. Cool, so wait till I get into the next part of this software. So 1 second. Cool, so let's hop back. Okay, so SEO software, right? Domain spoon. Like I was saying, it's time-consuming and difficult to find domain names, right, that are expired, but you want domain names that are expired with high page ranks, right? So they're sought after because more traffic will come to people that actually have these domain names. This software finds these domain names quickly. I can go to the domain spoon sales page just by clicking right here and go and visit sales page, and I can actually see, you know, this actual sales page and see how many they sold and how well it's doing. And I can see all the features within the software, etc. Okay, so that's the power of this entire software. And the sales page is going to be your best friend when you're coming up with ideas. Okay, so when you're coming up with software ideas, the main thing you want to do is just indulge in the sales pages. Okay, when you indulge in these sales pages, you can get everything from them. You can get features. You can get angles, like marketing angles, right? How to actually sell the software. You can get hooks. You can get headlines for your sales pages. You can know how to actually format your sales page. You can determine what to price your software as and look at competitors and look what they're pricing their software as if you don't know what to price your software as. We literally spy on all the existing softwares in any market, and this is exactly how we're able to pump out software so fast, okay? So it's a very simple tool, but yet extremely powerful. And it's how we've been secretly doing this behind the doors, okay? So does everybody understand more or less now how exactly we've been using this software? So let me go ahead and show you. It's like I'm opening up a screenshot now of Facebook Shop Builders because we're looking right now at actually creating a sales page. So this was actually, I wanted to take a screenshot of the headline, how to turn your Facebook eBay store in less than 5 minutes. Okay, so this is creating exactly a fan page, right? And it's now a store. You can actually buy things. You know, I'm considering, me and Hugh are thinking about doing a Facebook software relatively soon, and we'll be actually filling you in on how we're actually doing that process maybe. But yeah, this is a new Facebook software that we're considering building. So does everybody understand? I forgot to look at what people are saying. Cool, cool. So somebody's asking, what's the scale at the bottom of the search? The scale at the bottom of the search is, let me really quick bring up a page so you can see. It's basically zooming in and out of the sales page, so you can see the sales page clear. Let me just bring it up. Just bring this up for you. But yeah, you just get this scale essentially and you adjust it, and it makes the sales page skinnier so you can see the whole entire sales page, and then you can scroll up and down throughout the sales page. But that's all that does. I'm looking actually at the questions right now, and before I move on, I want to make sure if anybody has any direct questions with this software before I go ahead and move forward. Cool, because I'm gonna dive into a bunch more stuff about this software, but I just want to make sure. Cool. All right, seems like everybody's got it. Okay, so we're going to dive more into this software and exactly how we're using it later on throughout this presentation, but I just want to give you guys the gist of this and see how powerful this is and how, you know, secretly we've been selling hundreds of thousands of dollars of software. We've been getting our ideas from here. Okay, cool. So let me get into the presentation. Cool. So that was phase one, okay? Cool. So that was phase one, getting your profitable software idea, okay? Now phase two is getting your software developed, okay? Common micro software types, okay? There's WordPress plugins and themes, there's Adobe Air apps, there's Facebook apps, there's web-based apps, okay? You have to determine the type of software it will be. And the best way to do that is look at your competition and look at what types of software they're actually selling. And if, for example, if most SEO software is WordPress plugins or Adobe Air apps or web-based apps, whatever it is, then that is the type of software that you might be considering because that's what most of your competition is doing, okay? So you have to determine what type of software will be once you have your idea, okay? Don't fail to plan. It's crucial to save money and time by planning out how your software will look like first, okay? You can draw it on a piece of paper or you can use wireframing tools like Balsamiq at balsamiq.com. And what wireframing is essentially it's just drawing out on a piece of paper or on the web using Balsamiq what a sketch of what your software would look like. Now, I'm no artist, stick figures is as far as I go with drawing things, but it's important for you to get what you have in your head into your developer's head, and this is the best way of doing it. And if not, they're going to make something that you don't want, and then they're going to have to remake something, and that might be more expensive for you and more time-consuming and more work for the developer and more money for you. So please, please, please don't fail to plan. This is a $25,000 lesson I learned one time, and you don't want to go through this process, okay? So make sure you just draw out exactly what your software is going to look like first, okay? Development now. Do you need to code or even pay to get it made? Absolutely not. I've said that before. You can partner with a developer and get it done for free, or you can outsource it on sites like Odesk and elance.com. Now, there's tons and tons of sites that you can outsource it from, but I've never used anything else besides Odesk and elance.com, so I don't see a point in actually teaching people, other sites if I've never even used them. Okay, so this is all I've ever used, and I've been successful with just these sites. Okay, some outsourcing tips if you actually do decide to outsource it. The first thing you want to do is ask your network first. Find out if you know a programmer or if you know someone that knows a developer or a programmer, okay, or a designer, because usually you want to work with someone that you trust, and that's the best route of actually going about it, okay? If you are going to outsource, though, check ratings, right? You're going to want to check the ratings on either Odesk or Elance. Interview before hiring. Make sure there's no language barrier. The most important thing is trust and being able to communicate effectively so you can get what is in your head into the developer's head. And the best way of doing that is making sure that there's no language barrier, and that's the benefit of interviewing them and actually speaking with them, so they know that they're capable of doing what you want to do and there's no language barrier. Okay, if you're creating a micro software, please work on a fixed price. Say it's going to be $500 or $400, and that's it. That way they don't run up your hourly, and you end up with half of the software and you already ran through your budget. Okay, so set a budget, agree on a price for the entire software. They should already know exactly what your software is going to do, because you have that sketch, and you guys can agree on a fixed price. Now, you can pay in parts. You don't have to pay the full amount. You don't have to pay 100% up front. Sometimes, a lot of the times, they'll actually be willing to just pay 25% or 50% and up front or something like that, and when they're done with 75% of the software, you release another 25%, etc., until the software is actually finished. Okay, so some lessons: choose which type of software it will be. Plan out exactly what the software will look like, and do it before, before you start looking for a developer. Development options you can take to get a profitable software. We went over those, and how to outsource properly. Okay. The last phase, phase one, was getting a profitable software idea, then getting your software developed. The last phase that we actually go through is actually selling software. This is where you actually make the money, okay? So selling 101, marketing material and traffic. Those are the two, you know this, okay? So marketing material. What you need is a sales page. And remember, when I first wrote mine is what it is, what it can do for them, and how much it costs, okay? What we do is we follow that same process a little bit, tweaked, and we use sales copy from the competitors using that software. Okay, we use it as an outline. We look at all our competitors' sales pages. We use that software right there to take a screenshot or save the links of our software, and we look at the sales pages and we follow the exact angles and the exact hooks that they follow. We don't copy their sales copy word for word, but it's the easiest way to actually get your software completed, and you can do it in a couple of hours. All right, and you know it converts because they're using it, right? So that's marketing material, absolutely simplified, okay? Traffic. Now, this is a big thing. There are a billion ways to get traffic, okay? Find out where your software is selling. That's the first thing that you're going to want to do, okay? To make traffic simple for you guys, there's free and there's paid, okay? Free, we do one way and one way only. We work with affiliates or niches, and that's the truth. Right? That's if we do decide to do free traffic, we work with affiliates in our niches, and we find ways to contact them and promote our software. But that's not the only way, and a lot of people think, oh, that's a barrier. I don't know anybody. I don't know any affiliates. When I first sold my first software, I did not mention a word to any affiliates at all. When people see software and it's converting, and it usually does because it's software, they're going to promote it. They're going to. Hugh and I, we promote stuff all the time that people don't ask us to because it's something that is powerful and converting. Okay. Now, if you're going to go the paid route, again, there are a billion ways to do paid traffic. We use one, okay? There's one way, and we use Facebook ads, okay? Don't freak when you see that. A lot of people go crazy and think that, oh, I don't know how to do Facebook ads, it's mission, all this stuff. Again, I'm not technical or anything like that. We're able to use Facebook ads successfully. So it's really just those two ways where we're able to drive traffic. And some excuses that people might be saying is, I'm not technical, I can't get an idea, I don't know how to get it made, I don't know how to sell it. And those are just some excuses that I know I face myself, and I know a lot of people face. But the main thing is fear. People have fear of actually trying something and not succeeding with it. And I'm trying to relate to myself as much as possible when I was in that situation. Okay, so to recap, what exactly did we cover so far? We covered software flipping and Microsoft flipping. You know the difference between those two. How to easily come up with profitable software ideas using your software. How to get your own software made for free or cheap, right? And how to actually sell your software, right? So you might be thinking, okay, now what? I get it, right? Remember, if it seems simple, that's because it is simple. Overcomplicating it really is sort of like a trap that you have to avoid as much as possible. Okay, you may have felt that you've learned more today, really, than in some products you've actually been paid for, right? You may feel like you're ready to create your first software and absolutely crush it, right? But let me ask something. How many of you have actually stored everything, absolutely everything I spoke about today in your head from everything you learned today, or maybe just took notes and put it in that folder, right? So how many of you feel like they've stored absolutely everything? Right. No, I do, of course. And that's perfectly normal. Made notes, screenshots, of course. Yeah, so it's difficult to absolutely store everything, okay? Let me tell you what the real dilemma is, okay? And this is relating to myself and trying to put myself in the exact position that a lot of you guys are here today and that I was, okay? I spent years on the internet buying great and really not so great training on really various topics, but I always managed to get stuck somehow, okay? Even attempting to learn this software process that I'm going through right now myself, I faced what I seen was like impossible battles when I was starting, okay? I spent money on developers who really didn't deliver because I didn't know how to choose them correctly. I made products people didn't want and there was no use for it because I didn't find the right problems or solutions. And I spent weeks stuck because I had no help and really there was just no exact path to take, okay? So what was my solution? One day it completely changed, and shortly after that I began to actually have success and grow exponentially. And that's what I wanted to share with you on this webinar today, okay? That one change. Does anybody know what that one change was? Anybody want to know? Alright, so I'm getting different answers, but the answer is a personal coach, okay? And it actually happened to me and Hugh at the same time, and it's how actually we became partners. Hugh and I scraped out really was what was one of our last $5,000. We had to actually get someone to personally help us, okay? This was actually some of my dad's retirement money, and I just needed a way. I was trying everything under the sun, Google, and I had a zoo, okay? And after that, really, the rest is history. Me, Hugh, and I both earned our first 6 figures within 3 months with our coach, okay? Within our first 3 months, both of us, separately, right? But we wondered why, right? And we know it wasn't just because of personal coach, okay? We wondered why. And the answer was simple. Here was our key success factor. How many of you have ever bought an awesome product, right? Just a great, awesome product, and not been able to get the end result you're after because something didn't make sense or you got stuck somewhere, right? You just got stuck somewhere. The content is awesome, but you just got stuck somewhere, right? If the person who made the product, right, the person who actually you bought it from, was sitting right next to you and looking over your shoulder every single day to solve any problem you may face, how much greater do you think your chances of succeeding will actually be? Every single day they're looking over your shoulder. Exactly what they're doing, you're doing, right? Chances will be a lot higher, right? So that is my goal to you, okay? To create the best possible way for anyone to succeed in exactly what Hugh and I are consistently doing, okay? Because we're doing it every day, right? I knew I would only be able to help actually a handful of people create immediate and lasting positive change in their business and bank account because in reality, I realized what that thing was. and it was my time that is actually needed, and my personal coach's time. It was my mentor's time that was needed. So how did I actually make this happen? It gives me great pleasure, actually, to introduce to you the Software Flip Inner Circle. Okay? This is a special group of people that Hugh and I communicate with daily to produce results like we do and beyond. Okay, these guys have our phone numbers. They have our Skype. We communicate with them daily. Okay, they follow the exact system we create to continuously produce 6 figures worth of software. They have access to everything and literally everyone that we have access to. So anything that we have, they have. Okay, and more importantly, this to us, they have our time, the biggest thing that Hugh and I could ever offer. Okay, so is Inner Circle right for you? Well, what exactly do I get if I become an Inner Circle member, and how exactly do you get in is something that you might be wondering. First of all, this is not for sale. So before I go on, this is not, some pitch or anything like that. This is not actually for sale. I'll explain to you what I mean in just a second, okay? The Inner Circle members and their privileges, just so I can show you exactly what it is that our Inner Circle members get, they get 6 months membership into our Inner Circle. It's 6 months of personal access to Hugh and I answering every single one of your questions. The reason why we made it 6 months is because we wanted to overly exaggerate the fact that we're going to be side by side with you until you get this working every single day, looking over your shoulder, asking us any question you may have on this impossible earth to answer any of your questions just to get to the point that we are, okay? So we wanted to give you an exaggerated amount of time. It's 6 months of live weekly calls with Hugh and I masterminding on your business, okay? It's 6 months access to our Inner Circle Facebook mastermind group. And what this is, it's a group of people, very, very small group of people that we work with and speak with every single day. And any single question that you have, we usually answer that within an hour, usually, typically. But if not, sometimes we go inside that mastermind group and it's answered before we get in there by other Inner Circle members, okay? So it's step-by-step, also an 8-week step-by-step training to teach you exactly the exact software flipping process we follow time and time again to sell hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of software, okay? And at the end of the day, I can go on and on at everything that it is, but it's everything you need to finally sell your own software is here for you. Really, there's just no holes, no gaps, no dilemmas, okay? It's our personal resources, employees, staff, team working with you. Our developers, our designers, our copywriters, our joint venture partners, the special relationships that we've built with people, our network, you have access to all of them. You don't have to worry about looking for developers, designers, copywriters. They're our staff. They're at your disposal, okay? It's everything, like I said, everything that we have, now you have. Okay, this is a very obviously small group of people that we work with, okay? So this is truly just the best way we can help ensure someone's success, okay? And that's what our end goal, okay? We prefer to change a few lucky individuals' entire financial situation rather than help a lot of people in just a less impactful way. We think it brings more meaning when we just get a few amount of people change their whole entire life than just sell to a whole bunch of people and just change it a little bit and get them, to the next step, right? So everything we have, you will have, okay? And, some perks that are in there as well is it's obviously access to the software. You can discover exactly how I made my biggest software flip to date. I made over $240,000 selling a software that wasn't even mine. The software was featured on TechCrunch, and let's just say it was a really big deal. And there's more perks. They're proven business models we implement after we launch a software to turn it into a sustainable 6-figure business itself. Before you even move on to getting another software, you can do both at the same time. So there's training on like that, but you get the picture, right? We're constantly adding new content, especially after conversations strike up in the Inner Circle calls and with other members, and it seems like something else they would want to learn. We'll prepare that content and prepare it for you. Okay, there's constantly content being added depending to our Inner Circle needs. Okay, if we see a lot of people are asking for it. So the point being, our goal is to overly provide everything and anything that we have to our Inner Circle members, because at the end of the day, in reality, your success is at the end of the day our success. Okay, so we're open again for now. Recently, we decided to open the doors again and give people that we feel are actually coachable and won't waste our time, because to be honest, we only have so much time. So we want to give those people the opportunity to work personally with Hugh and I and actually join the Inner Circle, okay? Here are just some testimonials of some of our clients. I started working personally with Mike, and within 7 weeks, I was able to launch my Facebook software splash post and went on to sell over $250,000 in less than 2 weeks of being open. Not a bad start, I would say. I continue to make money every single month from this software and enjoy watching it grow. If you get the chance to work anywhere near Mike, take it. This is Thomas K., founder of PageMoto, very successful software entrepreneur now, and he continuously making software splash posts. So I'm about to actually launch his next software with my help. I'm actually launching it with him to help him out, and it's just a great success story. This is actually Wyatt. He's responsible for the second largest ever launch on JVZoo. He sold over 10,000 copies and over $400,000 in sales in less than 4 days. He was working with Hugh, and he says, we came to Hugh with a broken project and a quickly approaching launch deadline. It's safe to say that we put all our trust in Hugh when we dropped the entire project on him. I can hardly stress how well he handled everything, how quickly he solved problems, and how awesome the software came out. He was always there if anything went wrong and willing to make any changes we entire launch, and we honestly couldn't have asked for anything better. With that being said, if you have a chance to work with you, please do yourself a favor and take it. Okay, this is why, largest launch, second largest launch in the history of JVZoo, okay? And this is actually my buddy Los, he's the founder of Startup Jungle, okay, co-founder of Startup Jungle, and he said, when it comes to selling software, it's Mike. When it comes to Mike, it's selling software. They're glued together. Complete beginners, startups, profitable software companies. If you want to create more software sales, work with the damn guy. He's actually from Orlando, where I was living for a while, and worked with him on several software companies for higher level enterprises and even smaller beginners. So worked with him, and he gets hit up by entrepreneurs all the time, looking for software help. And at the end of the day, what I was saying with you, the inner circle is not something just for sale. It's not something you can just buy. Our time is at stake here, and there's nothing more valuable to Hugh and I than our actual time. So we are going to be accepting applications to find individuals that are actually ready to put forth that effort. And there's obviously an investment required to work on a personal level with Hugh and I. This is not like sales in disguise or anything like that. Absolutely, there is an investment to work with Hugh and I. We're giving you 6 months of our personal time and to actually become an inner circle member. Remember, there are no barriers with what we're offering, so go to the private application form below and apply really with confidence and excitement to being that close to actually changing your whole financial situation, okay? If you think you're actually a good fit and ready to work with you and I, personally, you can go ahead and apply at softwareflip.com/apply. Okay, usually we get through the applications, you and I get together and we read and consider every application. We actually personally see every single application that comes in, and we consider everything and decide who after all the applications that have come in. So if we feel like you might be a good fit, we'll actually be calling you for a final interview, whether it be Hugh or I. We'll be calling you and actually speaking with you for one final last interview to see if we think you're a good fit and we can actually help you in the inner circle. So the last time we actually opened this fully was 12 months ago, and I immediately had to close it down within 7 days because of the amount of people that joined. And honestly, I haven't opened it since. I think I opened it about a week and a half ago to just a couple people. More than 50% of the applications we denied, but we got 50%, a couple people that we spoke with, and they got in. And I think we're around 10 members now, and we're only 15 in total, or 20 in total, because we want to keep it a small group. We have staff working with our members, and really we just want to get a small group and see how cool it is, like we did last 12 months, how we just get this small group and get them all selling 5 to 6 figures with the software within 6 months. So I'm extremely excited to meet my new members, softwareflip.com/apply. We really do have all the training tools and people necessary at your disposal to get you the results we achieve and really beyond. We have, like I said, only space for about 5 more lucky students before closing down the inner circle, where it may likely be another year before we open again, because we do, Hugh and I both have separate software companies that we're running and multiple software products that we continue to sell. We're actually launching soon our next software. So we do only have a certain we can accept, but I'm extremely excited, like I said, to meet our new students. So I look forward to speaking to you and working with our new inner circle members. Apply now, and really good luck. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take any questions in the last few minutes that we have here, maybe Hugh can hop back on this, and we'll take any questions that we have. But with that being said, yeah, I'm looking forward to actually speaking, hopefully, to a few of you on the phone and getting our next group of Inner Circle members. So let me go ahead and feed into this question box and see everything that people have, that you guys have been saying.
Hey guys, can you hear me
Cool.
okay?
So I'm assuming Sandy, what is wireframing? That was answered for you. It's essentially sketching out your software, recommendations, where to find coders. Yep, we went through that. I think I'm looking back way too far. Let me see. Whoa, yeah, there's a lot. Cool. Hugh, you on there? Can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here, but I don't think your speakers are turned on.
Will there be a recording available? I missed the opening 20 minutes and would like to go through the entire webinar again if possible. Yep. Depending on how many Inner Circle members we get immediately, then and after we consider them, we will debate on whether having a recording, but I think we're actually going to get the recording out there just for people, just in case they want to access the content, and maybe the Inner Circle slots haven't filled out, which I doubt, but we'll see. Cool. I have an idea for software.
Mike.
So I'm just show you, but I have no idea even though possible to create. Can I talk to somebody or what?
See, Mike can't hear me talking.
Peter Johnson, yeah, go ahead and apply. We'll definitely speak to you and see if we could help you. Let's see.
Mike, turn on your speakers, bro, so we can talk.
Where is the app? Michael, hopefully you got the software. We put into the chat box. We went ahead and shared what it was. I mean, how you can access the software.
I don't want to talk over him, you know.
Okay, filling out the form now. Awesome, Robert. I look forward to speaking with you. Daniel, same thing. Robert, cool.
Everybody's saying, Mike, turn up your speakers. Mike, turn on your speakers so you can hear you talking.
Oh my gosh, that was my fault. I was on mute this entire time. Oh my God! All right, so someone catch me up in the last 5 minutes while I was talking by myself.
That's some funny stuff, man. It's all good. I've just been saying, hey, Mike, and you never heard me, so it's like, I don't want to talk over you.
And I just got to the questions too. Mark, Colin, John, everyone's like, Mike, put your speakers on. He was trying to speak to you. Mike, are your speakers...
That's hilarious.
This is the definition of me being not technical, by the way, guys. You don't need to be technical. Robert,
I think that's great. I mean, Mike doesn't even know how to turn on the speakers, so he can go and make $250,000 selling software, right?
Right. Oh man. God, I got a whole bunch now.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. It's all good because these are all my friends. You know, they know how it goes.
Yeah.
So it's cool, man. I think it's good. Now I wanted to stress something that people are asking. Now this software, the Idea Engine, can be used to research software that's not just internet marketing. That's the cool thing. You can research fitness, you can research weight loss, you can research any kind of topic and see what products are out there. It's not just SEO, right?
Right.
So some people haven't seen the software yet. It's at www.webdsoftware.com/IdeaEngine. I have put in the chat. Yeah, that's okay. You didn't download it yet because we wanted you to watch the presentation. Okay, right. So I think everybody got a lot out of that. It was a good one, Mike.
Yep, awesome. I'm getting a question here from Dave. David, he said, so part of the Inner Circle and launching a product include launching on all the right marketing platforms? Absolutely, David. We cover all of that inside. People are asking for access to the software. They got it. Cool. Replay link. We went over that. If you need any help with the software, you can go ahead and contact support. Support is on that is on the software as well, right? So they can contact support if they need any help with the software throughout the month. So everybody can, you know, if they have any questions with that, send it up or etc. Cool.
I have some people, questions? You know, let's see, if you have any technical issues with the software, at all. I mean, Adobe Air is not perfect, but it's the best solution for both platforms. So I'm going to give you our support email address so we can help you with any problems with the software.
Gregory,
And I'm putting that in the chat box now. So if you guys have, problem with that software, there's always going to be typical issues with software installation, but for like 85% of people, it works out of the box.
right, Gregory said, what is suspense to get the application in? If you are looking at each app, what is the cutoff time? We'll be looking at these applications throughout the next couple days and be making the phone calls to anybody that we feel is suitable within the next 3 to 5 days. Business days, we'll be calling you, so you don't have to wait too long to find out if you made that first cut.
If I may add in that this is not something where we want you to click a buy button, pay us some money, and then we disappear, right? That's why there's no buy button on this webinar. We're asking you to share with us, a little bit of information in our application so that you can see that we talk to you and you talk to us, and that's how we want to establish that this is how this works. Because it's really, we can actually help you to go out and make the same kind of money that we do, but you need to talk to us,
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we're working with you for 6 months, and we want to make sure we're working with someone that we don't feel like we're wasting our time with and we're comfortable working with, because it is a 6-month obligation, so that's something that we really do take into consideration when we call you.
Now, we're going to talk to anyone on the app that takes the time to apply. We're going to touch base with you. We're not going to just leave you hanging if you apply. As far as the software will be fully usable for 1 month for everyone on this call. And we don't sell this software as a one-off purchase. It's part of our program. So people pay us a lot of money to use this software. So it's a very valuable. Now, Robert, I know you're having issues with the software, but I can't take everyone's time and deal with you. So if you would, please contact me in customer service, and I will personally help you get set up. Okay?
David is saying, is it possible to reverse engineer a current product and then make it my own with developers and then launch? David, please apply. That is awesome that you said that. Yes, absolutely it's possible to reverse engineer. That's a main thing that we do. We reverse engineer certain products and then get developers to create that actual software. That's sort of what we went over. That is awesome that you actually picked that up. That's great. Cool. Man, these questions are actually flying in. I'm trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah, actually, you wouldn't believe how often that's done, David. I mean, that's why the idea engine is so amazing, is because if you, and what was thought today I think was fairly limited, if you experiment with that and put in different terms for the search, and you're going to see all the products that are out there, and it's really an idea, because once you have an idea that is working, then you can build a better mousetrap. And that's just all there is to it.
Cool. So I'm getting a couple questions here.
Peter Johnston, I think you came a little late, and you must have missed most of the presentation if you're asking what the software does. So what I'm going to suggest is that you just catch the replay, because I'm going to put the replay on exactly the same page that the software download is on. You all
send out the link, though.
You all have that link. I'll put it in again. But this is where I'm going to publish the replay later today. I'm typing it. I think you can hear me typing. And I just send it to everyone. So that's the link where you can get the software now, and we'll also put the replay right on that same link.
Oh, look at Peter.
My contact address is support@instantcontentcurator.com, and I'm sending that to everyone now as well.
All right, Peter asked a little bit of a technical question. He says, suppose I already have an idea that needs API to talk to different platforms. Is that something you guys do? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's Hugh's neck of the woods. That's why we work very well together, because Hugh's a little bit more technical. And for anybody that has technical questions like that, that gets caught up with anything, Hugh's got you.
One of the benefits of working with Mike and me, Mike is a marketing genius and I am a software genius. So anything with marketing, I mean, I know some, but, Mike does this like in his sleep. He's so good at it. I mean, I do the software stuff in my sleep. So if you need to learn how to use an API or your developer gets stuck on something or whatever, I am there to just say, yeah, you can do it like this. That's just what I do.
Cool. Daniel said you answered my question. Awesome. All right, so what do you think, Hugh? I think that's it. I think we're ready to wrap this up and get this recording out to everybody.
Yep.
Cool. With that being said, if anybody has any other questions, like I said, you can contact support, and I look forward to reading your applications with Hugh and determining who our new Inner Circle members are going to be. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, Mike Artime signing out. Hugh, any last words?
Yeah, guys. Just if you have issues with the software, just give me the support desk that I gave you. There's always solutions that we can, get it worked up. If you have any questions or whatever, we'll take care of it. That's it. I think most of you guys know how to contact me, so just reach out to me. I'll help you with anything.
All right, cool. All right, look forward to reading your application. See you guys. Take care.
Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for coming, and we will see you on the next one. And it's been great.